Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and my space. For those of you who are new, my name is Racquel, and for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for clicking on another one of my videos. Well, today's subject matter, as you can tell by the title below, yes, I was in two cults and almost a third. Almost a third. I spotted the warning flags and was able to not fall for the third. I'm going to get into that in a second, but the reason why I wanted to do this video is because a lot of people are waking up to their spirituality right now. There are a lot of spiritual traps out there right now. People are starting their own cults right now, and because they see a money opportunity, because spirituality, metaphysics, astrology, all that is becoming trendy now. Back when I was doing it, it wasn't trendy, but now it's becoming trendy. So, because a lot of people are waking up, they are getting in tune with their spiritual selves, and I love that. I think the planet would be so much better if we all just woke up to our spiritual natures and our spiritual selves. Then we would understand that what this world, like how shitty this world has gone, okay, and how to fix it. And we'll eventually get there. But right now, and we've all heard this, everybody uses it, the Great Awakening. The Great Awakening 2020 vision, year 2020 vision. We all see now, we all have our third eyes open, or a lot of us our third eyes are opening. And that, and I can tell you right now, from somebody who came out of a cult and knew that I had my own spiritual gifts, I ended up getting suckered into another cult because I was so new and I was so vulnerable. I was so vulnerable when I was coming into my own gifts, and I just wanted to believe everybody and believe everything without doing my own research, without really paying attention to what was resonating in my heart. I was letting other people think for me, other people tell me. No. That's red flag number one, is when you stop thinking for yourself. Well, actually, I think that's red flag number 4. We're going to get into the red flags. I'm going to get into that. But first, I want to tell you, and I'm not going to give the whole life story for time purposes, but I was raised a Jehovah's Witness. Yes. For me, Jehovah's Witness is a cult. It really is. They have support groups for people who have left the Jehovah's Witness religion that need support afterward, because they are mentally abused. They're brainwashed. Mental abuse, okay? Some of them are physically abused. Some of them are emotionally abused, okay? It is a form of abuse. Seriously, it is. Okay? I grew up in it. When you tell a child that they can't celebrate Christmas, Jesus' birth, Jesus' birthday is Christmas. Okay, so when they can't celebrate Christmas, when they can't celebrate Easter, when they can't celebrate their own birthdays, when they can't celebrate any of these holidays, when they can't pledge allegiance to a flag, when they can't do this, they can't do that. The reason why they do that is because they say that you're only supposed to pledge allegiance and you're only supposed to worship one God. So worshiping yourself, worshiping, an object or anything like that is a big no-no. Even saying thank you, even like Thanksgiving, couldn't do Thanksgiving, because that's like we're praising the people that have helped us get to where we're thankful. We're praising somebody else other than being thankful for God. So it's just all sorts of brainwashed, okay? And I could go, I know all about that religion. I spent 11 years in that religion. Not 11 years. I was 11 when I left the religion. So as far back as I can remember, I've been in the religion. I was in the religion from 11 and back. But this is not me knocking religion video, okay? Not all organized religion is bad. I am not saying organized religion is bad. I'm saying that there are some cults in organized religion, and Jehovah's Witnesses are one of them. But I remember when I stopped believing in the religion, in the Jehovah's Witness religion. I remember when I finally had my aha moment. And when you are in a cult and you are brainwashed, when you have that aha moment where it's like, why can't I think for myself? And you start questioning the stuff that's going on in the religion or in the cult, then your brain goes automatically default. You automatically self-destruct. Okay? It's a self-defense mechanism. A lot of people who have left cults, like the Amish, I'm not saying they're a cult, but pretty much. Whoever leaves cults, even people that have left, the what do they call it? Warren Jeffs, the cult leader, Warren Jeffs. They leave that religion, they go through defaults. And what they do is they drink, they have a lot of sex, they smoke, they drug, whatever. They lose their minds. Some of them lose their ever-loving minds, okay? It's because they were brainwashed so badly that now they're trying to undo all this brainwashing, if that makes any sense. Now they want to be able to think for themselves. They want to be able to do what they want to do. Go where they want to go. Some of them overeat. Some of them, sorry, something popped up on my computer. Hold on. But they tend to self-destruct. And I did that twice. But anyways, so, I left the Jehovah's Witness religion because, for one, they told me that my psychic gifts were me being possessed by demons or demons coming after me. Come on now. Because they believe everything's demons. They believe ghosts are demons. They believe aliens are demons. They believe freaking fairies, whatever. They believe those are all demons. They're all Satan. Okay, everything's the devil. You ever watch that movie, The Waterboy, where Adam Sandler's mom's like, it's the devil? Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, right? So I left that religion. My grandmother moved when I was like 12 or 13. I started defaulting when I was 11. I do remember that. I still went to church, but I didn't agree with everything that was being said. When I was like 13, I really got into drinking. I really got into going out with my friends and partying and stuff like that. I defaulted because I did not want to be that prim, proper, perfect little child anymore. And I think most children do that. They go through a rebellion stage. But my rebellion stage was really, 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 really bad. And then my mom, she was also thinking about, she hadn't been in church in a while. So, I think she started defaulting around the time that I was 11 or 12 as well. When my grandmother came back to live with us. Because we had moved here for a year, and then we didn't have my grandmother with us for a year, and we did celebrate Halloween and Christmas and stuff like that when I was 11. And I think that's when we finally, me and my mom were like, that's not right, and we were both defaulting at the same time. Well, my mom defaulted badly. She turned to a bad, she started drinking a lot, started drugging, and then her and my stepdad got divorced, I think, when I was like 13. And that's around the time that my grandma had come back, like around the time that I was like 12 or something. And she tried to get me back into the church, and I couldn't do it. But my dad, or my stepdad, and my mom got divorced when I was like 13. So then I was really defaulting, right? But my mom really defaulted because she went with a guy that didn't treat her very well, a guy that abused her mentally, physically, got her hooked on drugs. Like, she really, 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 really defaulted after leaving that religion because she was brainwashed for so long, and she was meant to be a good mother and a good provider and like all this for so long because this religion forced it on her that she defaulted, and she defaulted hard. So I remember when I was like 16 or 17, I went to go back to live with my grandma, but I told her one of the stipulations of living with her was that I was not going to church, that I was not a Jehovah's Witness anymore, and that I wanted to be free to do my own thing with religion. And she agreed. I came. She tried to get me to go to church a couple of times. I just wouldn't go. It was kind of like, you ever seen, I don't know if you guys know that, but that Dawson's Creek. Remember Dawson's Creek when Jen went to go live with that old woman, Grams or whatever? I think it was like the first episode. It was like the main plot for Dawson's Creek. That was me. I went to go live with my grandmother because I was getting in a lot of trouble, so my mom sent me there. And around this time, I was all about, my spirituality because I knew I had gifts and stuff like that. And I was reading up on it. And then I met this woman, and she was Wiccan. Now, there is nothing, I have nothing against Wicca. I still study Wicca. I have nothing against Wicca as a religion in general. I had a problem with the person that was trying to teach it, the person that was trying to preach it to me. Because, and yes, she was the high priestess of our coven. All right, I was in a coven. She got me to come live with her because I couldn't practice. Red flag number 1, when they want to isolate you from the rest of the world. Actually, that should be red flag number 2. Red flag number 1 is when they swoop in and they say they have all the answers to all your problems. They promise you that you're going to have a better life. They have the answer for this. They have the answer for that. And they might have the answers right away, like to some of your problems, but not to all of your problems. And before you know it, they're thinking for you and you're not thinking for yourself. So this is what happened with her. Red flag number 1, she promised to help me get in tune with my gifts, to help me advance my gifts, to really get me on the path of spiritual enlightenment. And, I had these gifts and I didn't know how to control them. She promised that she would help me with that, right? So I'm like, awesome. I'm like, but I can't do that because I'm living with my grandma. Conveniently, she says, you can come live with me. You can come live with me. Now, at the time, I'm 17, about to turn 18. So I go to live with her. And we're in an apartment, in a 2-bedroom apartment with her 4 kids, her fiance, her significant other at the time, and a couple other coven members. So we're all like jam-packed in this apartment. Red flag number 2. When you're all poor and you're staying, they say, come live with me, you come live with them. And it's all like jam-packed and everything like that. Red flag number 2, because usually that means they're going to start wanting to suck money out of you. Okay, so that's red flag number 2. Red flag number 3, which I totally ignored. She didn't teach me. She didn't teach me. She taught me little things here and there, but she didn't really set me down and teach me what I was going there to learn. It was more of clean this, clean that. She wanted a live-in maid. All right. She wanted somebody to take care of her kids and a live-in maid. And this is why I'm not saying her name on YouTube. I'm talking badly about her right now because, in my opinion, she was a bad person. She took advantage of a 17-year-old who needed help. But anyway, so we would celebrate holidays, like the Wiccan holidays. We would celebrate them, and the moon cycles and stuff. We would do rituals and celebrate those, but she never sat me down and taught me the core dynamics of Wicca, of like what these holidays mean. Why do we do this? Why do we do that? She never taught me meditation. She never taught me meditation. That should have been another red flag, because she did not teach me meditation. I didn't even know that meditation and witchcraft went hand in hand until I started practicing the craft about 3 or 4 years ago. I did not know. And I knew nothing about crystals. Oh, well, she did have crystals, and she called them her rocks. They were her rocks. And she gave them to me when I had to go take a test. Because I was going to get back into school. I went to go take a test, and yeah. She didn't tell me how to harness the power of the crystal or how to use the power of the crystal. She said, "Oh, just keep it on you, blah, 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 blah." Okay? So, yeah. She was not a very good teacher. And then, I think one of the members of our coven wanted to leave to go to a different coven because she wasn't really learning that much. And as soon as she wanted to leave, she left. She wasn't living there at the time because she had her own apartment, but she just never came back. So the woman that took me in got really mad and wanted to put a curse on her. Now, there is a law in Wicca that you do as you will, but you harm no one. Do as you will, but harm none. And she wanted to put harm on this woman. And I highly advised not placing a curse, because that was one of the first things that she taught me, is you do not harm anybody in this religion, right? She did. She placed the curse, and then guess what happened? Her whole entire apartment got infested with brown recluse spiders. Brown recluse spiders. They were eating people left and right. Brown recluse spiders. Just eating them up. Which put her out of work, which put me more into work. I had to go to work more, and I had to support people. I had to support the people that were there. I was working to buy food for that house, to buy, pay the rent. I became the workhorse. She made me the workhorse. Okay. And it was just, she didn't do anything but sit around on her butt all day. And I was the workhorse. And then I'd come home from work and I'd have to clean and I'd have to make food. And then I'd have to get up. Sometimes I'd work till 2. And then I'd have to get up at 7 to get her kids off. It was just crazy. It was just crazy. And I loved those kids so much. It hurt my heart so bad when I left, because I left in the middle of the night. Shit came to a head and I left in the middle of the night. I went to work, and then when I came home, I packed. They were all sleeping, and I just grabbed what I could grab, and then I just left. That's how I lost my tarot decks. That's how I lost, a lot of my witch supplies. I left a lot of things behind, but I just left. I left in the middle of the night, and I didn't answer her calls. When she called my cell phone, I wouldn't answer her calls. I went and I stayed with a couple of people until I could get my own apartment, and then I got my own apartment, and then I was on my own, and I had nothing to do with her anymore. So I escaped it. Then I came back to Michigan, and I'm telling you something. Those pyramid schemes, those are cult. Those are cult schemes. All right? What they thrive off of is the younger person, or the person that comes in, the newbie. They live off of those newbies making more money for them, so it goes up to the top. And then those newbies recruit more people, so then those people make more money, and then those people keep recruiting, and you eventually climb up the ladder, right? But you don't do that for a very long time. Sometimes, if you ever do. Sometimes you don't ever do, okay? Well, that's cult-like. Because they also, red flag number 3 or 168, whatever. This video's everywhere. But when they have a same mantra over and over and over and over again, when somebody is saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, it's because they're trying to program you. They are trying to program you. When they keep repeating themselves over again, they're trying to program you. Don't listen. Don't listen. I mean, you can listen, but then judge for yourself. Don't let them think for you. That's another thing, another red flag. Cults think for you. They don't like people who are free thinkers. You know why? Because they don't like those free thinkers to mess with the people that are programmed by them. So usually when someone starts to free think, they go into this deprogramming thing. They think they're being deprogrammed. They are being deprogrammed because they're starting to think for themselves. They're not letting the masses think for them anymore. And this is so important. This is why I wanted to do this video, because a lot of people are realizing that there's mob mentality going on, that we have been brainwashed by subliminal advertising through the media, social. I'm not even going to get into that because I don't want to get demonetized. But what I'm saying is that there has been a lot of brainwashing going on for a lot of years, and a lot of people are waking up to the fact that we have been brainwashed. So do not fall into that trap again. As you go through your own spiritual enlightenment or awakening or whatever, be your own guru. I cannot express this enough, people. Be your own guru. Don't take one person's word for gold. Do not take one person's word for gold. That's how you get into cults, by taking one person's word for gold. Do you understand what I'm saying? I am a big advocate. There are going to be some things I say on this channel that you are not going to agree with. That is fine. That is fine. There are going to be some things on this channel that I say that you are going to agree with. And that's even better. That's cool, Be your own guru. Check out many different spiritual gurus. See what resonates within your heart, okay? With what appeals to you. And don't give your all to one specific person, okay? That's how you fall into spiritual traps. That's how you fall into brainwashing. That's how you fall that way. Be your own. Be your own. Do your own research. Study. If I talk about crystals and there's a bunch of things on there that you can relate to, but then maybe there's one or two things that I said that you didn't like, go check out another spiritual guru that is talking about crystals. And then go check out another one that's talking about crystals. You want to get as much information as you can until your heart says, yes, this resonates with me. This sits well with me. All right? And even then, still seek out knowledge from other people. the best, I don't know how to explain this, and this quote just came into my mind. 2 brains are better than 1. 3 brains are better than a crowd. So, what that means in essence is that the more people you get your information from, the more you can research and pick apart what is right for you. Okay, what is your truth? Do not, I kind of want a donut now. But anyway, don't follow the mass herd. Be your own leader. Be your own person. Okay? That is what I'm trying to promote on my channel. And that is why, like, people are like, well, don't you want people following you? I don't want to have a massive following. I don't. I just want to reach the masses. I want to spread information to the masses. I don't want to be a cult leader. I don't want to be anything like that. You need to be your own guru, and that is what I am saying here. I have been in 2 cults. I was almost in a third, the third being a pyramid scheme, Kirby Vacuum. I saw it right away for what it was, and I got out of it, luckily. But my whole point is, be your own spiritual guru. Do not fall into cult-like behavior, because cult-like behavior is dangerous. People die in cult-like behavior, okay? So, do your own research. Whatever resonates with you is good. If we have the same beliefs, that's awesome. If you believe something different or something that I didn't know about, let me know in the comment section below, because I am all for, I have an open mind. I'm an air sign. So I have an open mind. I like all different perspectives. I get all different, I see the 360. I like learning, and I like learning new things. So if you guys come across something, feel free to tell me about it. Feel free to shoot me an email. My email's in the description box below. But this is 27 minutes, and it's already a lot longer than I wanted this video to be. So I'm going to click off. But if I am curious, have any of you ever been a Jehovah's Witness? If you were stuck in that Jehovah's Witness religion, or if you were stuck in a cult, what cult were you stuck in? Please let me know in the comment section below. How you got out of it, how you felt in it, let's start a dialogue around this, because I really feel like we need to let society know as a whole about cult-like behavior and how you can get out of cult-like, or how you can see cult-like behavior. If they have secrets, that's another thing. They got secrets. What you do is, when you go, don't just commit after 1 or 2 services. Go to 3 or 4 services. And see how the people are. Are they all happy? Are they all happy, but there's 2 in the back that are kind of like, cult. Anyways, if this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, please let me know in the comment section below. I hope you all have an amazing afternoon, an amazing week. And please be kind to one another, stay away from cults, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!